Boom, I get there. Right?
Get there?
Get
Your
there.
passport?
Oh, we had to schedule appointment at Stanford.
Okay.
But since I already have the itinerary,
Okay.
they give it to you same day.
Okay.
So I got it same day and I flew out same day.
Okay.
So now I'm there. I had to, blood tests and stuff like that, my physical.
Okay.
So now it's like Wednesday. Training can't start. Bro, they tell me, oh, put your stuff on. Like, oh, get ready. So I'm like, get ready? I'm like, yo, I don't know about my knee. Like, my knee messed up.
Yeah.
So he looking like, oh, you can just try it up. I'm like, hold on. So now I'm mind blown. I'm just like, yo, nah, this is crazy. So I'm trying to run, bro. I can't run. I can't jump. I can't guard nobody.
Yeah.
So I'm like, yo, bro, you ain't telling about my knee? Like, you ain't telling what's going on? So, oh, yeah, they know. I'm like, bro, they do not know. They don't know, bro. So now I get back into a depression, like a whole, because I'm thinking they're going to work with me through the season. Like, get back. No.
That's a communication thing.
Bro, it's awful, bro. It's a business. This is a $1 billion. Like, bro, you don't do that.
Yeah, literally.
So, I ended up going the next day, and they still trying to see. So I'm like, knowing like my pride, just kind of, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna try my best. But I'm pushing through, bro. I'm pushing through. Like, it's hurting. I'm like, yo, I can't. I got to. I'm at this stage now. You feel me? And shout out to Mike Kaiser. Mike Kaiser, he's like, yo, show me what you got, man. But he not really know what's going on. Like, none of them really know what's going on, bro.
No,
Man, it's a week till the season start, for real. So these days going by, we go to Indiana. We play the Pacers G League team. And, he put me in the fourth quarter. Now around it. Oh, no. So let me skip. Let me go back a little bit. We had a meeting. They did cuts. Yeah. They cut people. So they pulled me into the office and was like, your agent has to communicate better.
Yeah, definitely.
Just like that. He said, you have to talk to your agent. He said, they did not know about my knee. Because, bro, first round, first pick in history of that G League team, bro, you don't do that.
Yeah, because
you let that be known. You hit up these teams like, yo, I got Mike Anderson on the board, but this is what's going on with him. Who's willing to work with him? That's what you're supposed to do. So, that whole case right there was just, bro, this is a life lesson, right, with communication, especially when it comes to these $1 billion, $1 million businesses and industries. So it's like, boom, I learned from that. But even though it wasn't my fault, I just took his mistake if it was mine. So after we came back from Indiana the next day, he hit me up and told me to come downstairs. Coach Destin, he's with the Lakers last year, and he was just telling me, he said, Mike, there's no doubt in his mind I could be in the NBA. He said there's no doubt in his mind, but dealing with the circumstance, me being injured doesn't help the team. And going to war with 14 instead of 15, knowing they can have 15, and they cut somebody that could be on the team, I respected them, I understood. And he said, once, you start getting back healthy, give us a call, tell your agents to hit us up. They sent me home that day, and I'm just back at, I don't know where I'm going. I don't know what I'm about to do.
Now, through that process, is that why the G League stats was lower than
everything else? So I'm gonna dive into the other one. When I was with the Hornets. So just before I go to the Hornets, I just want to shout out Zay, like my brother, like this is my close friend. And, shout out to everybody else that was helping me in the process of getting back into my form, my natural, like
coming back out of that.
Right. Yeah. But every day he was with me 5 a.m, going to the Y. After the Y, we going to Tall Cop Mountain every day. Right? We come back, get our fried dumpling and ackee and saltfish from Island Vibe. Play 2K, take a nap, he'll dip off. This is an everyday process, bro. I get back a little better around towards the end of December. End up signing Lux, which is like Germany. Was playing there, and then I went to England. My stats was good over there. But I was still trying to learn the style. Right? playing overseas.
How was it with the language barrier overseas? Like,
well, England, you know, they speak English. They speak English.
Like Germany.
They know English.
They
know English.
Just curious, you know.
It's still dope though.
Yeah.
Just picking up certain things like, oh, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
It's how they move. It's different from the States.
Yeah, facts.
Now going back to the G League. Now Hornets take me. So now I'm playing for the Hornets, Greensboro Swarm. And same thing, you gotta go through training camp. They still cut players. So I'm playing with names, like high profile names I was looking at in like high school in Chicago. So it was like Cat Barber, Archie Goodwin, Xavier Mumford, Perry Ellis, Christian Wood, Mike Tobey, Damian Wilkins. Like, I'm on the roster with them. But mind you, I'm holding my own. I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. Doing what I do.
With all of them.
But now this is when I start to get the politics of it. I'm just seeing how everything is catered to certain players. Like, even like, where saying they got like 2 players on the NBA team, they send them down. Right? So at that time, it was Aaron Harrison and Christian Wood. They would get sent down. So that means the players that was on the G League team, they would lose minutes.
Okay.
You feel me? So when they would lose minutes, they would be like, yo, what's going on?
Yeah.
So when I started to peep that and see that even more, it was kind of like, yo, wait, why y'all doing that? But then, you know, OG, Damian Wilkins was breaking it down to me, like, how this really go, right? I felt like when my season first started, I was doing good. But then I had the MCL injury 3 weeks in, right, in practice. So now that set me back, right? And I remember I had a game, and Coach Corsley was like, he said, yo, after, you know, we had practice, he was like, yo, I promise you, you keep playing like that, you won't be here in January. So meaning like I would get a call up, right? That's what, so it's a call up. So you know that made me feel good. But I'm like, all right, let's see, bro. 2 weeks later, boom, knee, MCL. So you know sometimes they take like a month. So I was out for a month, but I kind of rushed it. Coach wanted me to come back right before New Year's. And I had a couple starts in the G League, but like I said, like politics to it, and I don't got no excuses. You feel me? I let that get the best of me. I do want to say something that'll help other people that's chasing that dream still. If a team is looking at you as a pass first point guard or a defender or a shooter or a rim protector, bro, do it.
Stick to that.
Don't try to be a scorer. Don't try to do something that they don't want you to be, because they already got it. So when I first came in, they wanted me to be a 3-and-D. So 3-and-D is shooting threes and playing defense. To me, I'm like, yo, I'm better than that. And that was my ego talking. That was like my pride. Bro, if I'd have stuck to that, I wouldn't be in a position of being out of a contract and being in the NBA. So I feel like I should be in the NBA. Other people feel the same way.
So you probably control your ego better now after seeing all that.
And I try to get this game to all the other players that's up and coming. The youth, even some players that's going right now.
Like give them knowledge on that.
So like shout out to Jared, Jared Wilson Frame, Karan Iverson, E.J. Crawford, Elijah Pemberton, Mustafa, Heron. I try to talk to all of them, right? Man, if the team tells you to do it, bro, just do it. Because at the end of the day, they providing the bread for us to provide for the family. At the end of the day, so do that. But yeah, so that was it. And then, you know, I had played overseas. My last year, I had played in Australia. It was really dope. Australia is a really, really dope place to play and to be, live, all of it. I would just say, man, through this journey, man, it's a lot of ups and downs, and it get lonely. It's so lonely. It's so lonely to the point, like, you start to second guess, like, yo, this is what you really want to do sometimes. Cause
you gotta separate, like you said when you were going through it too, you gotta separate yourself from certain people, because you can't go out with these types of people, you can't do this type of thing, and you gotta just pick and choose.
Like, you gotta pick and choose. It's really lonely, like, you get depressed through this, like, and a lot of athletes don't really talk about it. because it's a sensitive topic. He's like, yo, what you mean you get home? Oh, yeah, you getting paid.
Yeah.
Bro, that's not it.
Yeah, it's not.
I don't got my family with me. You feel me? I don't got my guys with me. Like, I'm in a whole different place. I'm not in my city. So, like, you got to create that. Like, you got to create that space where it's like you still at peace and you still enjoying what you're doing.
And being comfortable with that uncomfortableness.
Right.
Like, you're not with those people. You're not, doing all of it with them there. So,
so I was real uncomfortable. Like, I got 2 kids. So I got my daughter Maya, and my son Mason. After having my son, it made it a little bit more tougher being away. You know, not saying like, oh yeah, you had a daughter too. Yeah, I had a daughter, but having 2 kids, so it makes it even more tougher of just being there and like you're away and it's like this is what I got a lot too. I didn't like it and I didn't like hearing it. Yo, they not gonna remember.
Yeah,
I get that, but I remember.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like, Nipsey said, how do you describe love? You describe love by time. You can't love something that you don't put time into, right?
Yeah.
So the time that I wasn't putting into them, how is my daughter and my son supposed to love me if I'm not putting that time into them?
Yeah. So that's what you're thinking through.
That's what I'm thinking. So I'm just like, so when I was in Australia, I'm just like, I'm gonna give this a year break. And then COVID hit. So now everything's shaped. So then this what brought me into doing, I always wanted to help the kids, like the youth. So this what brought me into doing stuff
for the program.
Right, in the inner city.
Academy.
Right, for the academy. And that's what I'm doing now. I'm in the schools and stuff like that. Just helping out the kids, mentoring.
So it's Mike Anderson's Academy?
Skills Academy, yeah. So it's not just about basketball. Right.
It's not just about basketball anymore.
It's definitely more than that. Especially growing up in Hartford. Everybody know how Hartford is.
Yeah.
Especially all these kids that's seeing these different influences outside.
Yeah, basketball is like protection for us, like keep us out the way in our little bubble, so we don't get into the street stuff, get into the different things that's in our exposure.
And this is what I had told, one of the OGs, is that us being older, especially like the older people, when they see kids and they see talent, we try to hold them to that, only that, when it shouldn't be that. Because now it's like the hardest thing for an athlete to do when they get older and they no longer doing what they had the passion for is transition. So that transition is the toughest part because they don't know nothing else. So like if you start if you start to instill that into them when they're young and they start finding other things that they actually like,
they can have something to backtrack to if they need to and pick up.
And this is Chris Douglas Roberts wrote this. I think it was a book or he just wrote it. Plan A and Plan B. He said he doesn't have a Plan B. Never had a Plan B. Because Plan B gets in front of Plan A. Before, that's how I used to be stuck on just Plan A. Like, yo, NBA, that's all I'm doing. All basketball. What happened when basketball's over? What you gonna do? You don't know. So
that's why I try to tell people, like, live life as it comes to you. Things not gonna be the same every day, and it's not even a plan thing. Like you don't have to have a plan. Sometimes it's okay to not have a plan too. You need that time to figure out. Okay,
you definitely need the time.
Let me build something, and then a plan might come up, and then you take it from there.
And you definitely don't want to just force it. Like it gotta be organic. Like it's all pace. Like it's really just gotta be your pace. Like don't move off of anybody else and what their expectations of you.
Whatever's meant for you.
It's gonna come. And I'm a firm believer in the universe. Like the universe brings everything together, right? So whatever you put out in the universe is gonna come back.
So
whatever shape or form, whatever it is, right? So that's just how I view it. I'm really just for the kids, man. You should see how the kids respond to me when they see me. Bro, can be every day. You feel like they saw me for the first time. And this is all facts. You could see them. So that made me feel good, like just being there and just like trying to help them and find a way. But it takes a community. It definitely takes a community. Just finding the right people that actually care,
Okay. Yeah,
right?
definitely.
Cause I care. Like
Yeah,
you
yeah.
can see I care. If you around me, you see me with these kids,
Yeah, yeah.
I show that I care. So
Definitely.
That's
So now, are you doing the whole academy? Is it during maybe the summer, the winter, the basketball season, or throughout the whole year? Weekends
it's definitely during school year.
during the school year?
I'm just trying to create something. I don't want to give it
Yeah,
too much,
Too much.
you know,
Okay.
right now.
Yeah. I feel you.
But when everything is set in stone,
Mhm.
everybody start to see.
Okay.
Right.
Oh, so it's not fully. You can just do it here
It-
and there, but it's
Nah.
not fully set.
Nah, it is, but I'm just talking about as far as what I want to do.
Oh, okay. What you
Like
gonna do?
everything just connecting,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So
Gotcha.
I don't want to say
Say
too
too
much,
much, yeah.
right? But I'd rather let everything just grow in the dark,
It'll all come up.
right?
Yeah, I feel you.
Everything grow in the dark,
Mhm.
you know.
Yeah. And then, is that included with the giving back to the community? Is that included with that part?
Yeah, so-
definitely.
My thing is more so, even homeless,
Mhm.
right? I don't view as homeless people being the weak
That's not, yeah,
or
definitely.
somebody that don't got it.
For sure.
It's a reason why they're in that position,
Yeah.
but
And it can happen to anybody.
It can
That's what
happen
people
to
don't realize. People
anybody,
think, oh, yeah, it can happen
Definitely
to
happen
anybody.
to
So it's
anybody.
like, you can't even judge because, you, like you said, you put what you put in the universe, what comes back to you, and it can come back to you in that way.
right,
If
right,
you like sit here and disrespect them or
right.
do a certain thing, but
But
Yeah.
definitely, that's something. Like when I see a homeless person, not every homeless person,
yeah.
but some people, like if it's a food spot right there, I'll
Yeah,
grab some
food,
food.
yeah.
for them,
Yeah.
You know, I did that in Australia one time.
Yeah.
He was on the strip downtown,
Mm-hmm.
and my guy Spiz was like, "What are you doing?"
Yeah.
I'm like, "Buying food."
Yeah.
He like, so mind you, it was him, Mama G, and the kids. He got what, 1, 2, 3, 3 daughters and a son, so 4 kids. And they was just like, "Oh my God, this is so nice. I never saw that."
Yeah.
I'm just like, this is me. Like, I feel good doing that.
Definitely. That's something like my grandma told me when I was younger. And so like that's also why I kind of found that, connection with the whole brother situation because I lost my grandparents at a younger age. So like, but yeah, my grandma always told me, if you have it, give it. If
Right.
you have it to give it.
Right.
And that's what you.
And it's gonna come right
that's what
back.
you're doing. Yeah, for sure.
It's gonna come right back.
Literally.
So, yeah, that's my main thing, man. This is like my journey
Mm-hmm.
through it all.
Yeah.
Just like them stories. It's, it's more to it. I don't want to,
Yeah.
especially like hold.
Yeah. No,
Say too
what
much,
You
you know.
You don't want to get.
I'm gonna have a doc. I'm definitely trying to do a doc.
Mhm.
So I'll probably put more into that too.
Yeah, for sure. It's a little pre-interview for the doc.
Yeah,
For the
yeah,
doc,
definitely.
yeah.
Like this is dope. I appreciate the opportunity.
Yeah, of course, no doubt. And appreciate you for having you and just a story. It's a great story. Not even just that, but just congratulations to all of your process through that. It's good to hear. Emotional too, because
Right.
you get to see someone else's process through everything.
Right.
But
It's the story, man.
yes, sir.
It's an underdog
Mike
story,
Anderson, yeah.
for sure.
Underdog story, Mike Anderson, yes, sir.
And y'all go get Seek Therapy, Maurice Splash Eastwood. Get his book,
Yeah.
5 book.
Yeah.
Definitely. IG is MEASTWOOD
The
860
beginning and the end.
and
Put
Eastwood.
it.
And Seek Therapy.
Yeah.
Definitely go get that.
For sure.
So,
Anything else, or you got any questions for me, or is that you good?
man, just keep doing what you're doing,
Yeah,
man.
yeah,
Like this is dope setup and everything, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Definitely, y'all gotta come mess with Destin,
Yes,
man.
sir. Yes, sir.
Good dude, bro.
Okay, for sure.
Alright,
Thank
Okay.
you, man. Appreciate you.
for sure.
Thank you guys. Like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you on the next video.
Yeah,
Peace.
yes, sir.